Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into Jen Sincero's powerhouse book, You Are a Badass. We're going to distill its core message on how to stop, well, being unimpressed with your own life and start being the total rock star you were born to be. So, let's jump out in. All right, let's start with a feeling. A feeling I'm pretty sure a lot of us have had. You know that deep down sense that you're capable of so much more? But then you look at your actual life and it's fine, it's okay. But compared to what you know you could be doing, yeah, it's just not cutting it. Well, Jen Sincero, the author, she has a perfect name for this. She calls it the lukewarm life. You know, that comfortable, super predictable routine where you're basically just going through the motions. And in her words, it's a total snore. You know you're meant for more, but you're just kind of stuck there. Okay, so why? Why do we get stuck in this lukewarm life? Why do we stay in a place that just feels meh, even when there's a part of us screaming for something bigger, something more exciting? Well, the book has a pretty clear diagnosis for us. So this gets into a really fascinating power dynamic that's happening inside our own heads. See, you've got your conscious mind. That's the part that thinks it's the boss, right? It analyzes everything, it worries, it makes all the plans. But, and this is the kicker, the book explains that our subconscious mind is actually running the show. It was programmed with all these limiting beliefs back when we were kids, and we don't even realize it. It's kind of like you're trying to drive a car with one foot slammed on the gas and the other one slammed on the brake. You're not going anywhere fast. But here's the good news. You do not have to stay stuck there. The book points to this really simple, but wow, incredibly powerful shift in your mindset that can literally change everything. And this is it. This is the core difference. See, wanting to change, that's passive. That's something you can do from your couch while you're wishing for a different life. But deciding to change, that is a whole different ballgame. That's a full-on, no-turning-back commitment. It's jumping in with what the author calls the tenacity of a dateless cheerleader a week before prom. You get the picture. It's an unstoppable force. And here's the crucial part. Once you truly decide, you have got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Deciding to create a new life means you're going to have to push past your fears. You're going to fail, probably over and over. And you're going to have to do things that might make the people around you kind of look at you and think you've gone a little weird. And that's okay. Okay, so you've made the decision. You're all in. You're committed. Now what? Well, like any big project, you're going to need the right tools to rebuild your mindset from the ground up. First up is this idea of what she calls source energy. Just think of it like the vibration of the universe. It's basically the law of attraction. You focus on what makes you feel good, and guess what? You attract more things that make you feel good. By raising your own personal frequency, you start pulling in all the good stuff, the opportunities, the people, the experiences that match that higher vibe. But, you know, out of all the tools, the most important one in your entire kit, the absolute foundation of living a badass life, is what the book calls radical self-love. And no, this isn't about being arrogant or conceited. It's about having this deep, unshakable ability to forgive yourself at your lowest points, while totally embracing yourself at your highest. And you can start building this self-love muscle like right now, with 4 key practices. So number 1, really appreciate what makes you special and unique. 2, drown yourself in affirmations. I mean, literally rewire your brain with positive self-talk. 3, forgive yourself. For every single screw-up, big or small, just let it go. And finally, number 4, and this is a big one, stop comparing your journey to anyone else's. Seriously, it is the fastest way to kill your joy. All right, so you've made the decision, you're working on loving yourself, and that's usually the exact moment when this huge, familiar obstacle is going to show up and try to stop you dead in your tracks. Sincero has a great name for it, your BS, or your big snooze. So let's just, take a second and be super honest with ourselves. When you think about that big, scary, exciting thing you really want to do, what is it? What's the one thing that truly holds you back every single time? Yeah, it's fear. It's always fear, isn't it? But fear is sneaky. It rarely shows up looking like a monster under the bed. Nope. It disguises itself as practicality or as being realistic. Sometimes it even shows up as the worried opinions of the people you love, all of it powered by those same old subconscious beliefs that just want to keep you safe and totally stuck. But here is the absolute game changer. The book wants us to see fear not as a red light telling you to stop, but as a compass. That feeling of fear is actually proof that you're right on the edge of your comfort zone and that you're moving toward growth. So when you feel it, don't stop. You lean into it. Because on the other side of that fear, that's where your freedom is. So when you combine that ironclad decision with a totally rewired mindset and this new relationship with fear, well, that's when you finally start living the badass life. This is your call to action. And a huge part of this is just letting go of the need for everyone around you to approve of your choices. Seriously, what other people think of you has everything to do with them and absolutely nothing to do with you. You have to own your journey, speak your truth, and just let other people have their reactions. Their freakouts, not your responsibility. And please, never forget this crucial point. Being a badass isn't something you have to earn. It's who you've been all along. The universe wouldn't have bothered creating you otherwise. Your job isn't to become a badass, it's to remember that you already are one. And that is not up for negotiation. So, we're going to leave you with the one question that really matters right now. If you fully, truly embrace this idea, if you decided to be a total badass starting today, what amazing, brilliant, life-changing things are you finally going to go out and do?